Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Views from the Popcorn Box. My name is Ananda, and today we are watching Leave the World Behind. When me and my husband first saw this trailer, we were confused and we chose not to watch it. But then the streets started talking, so I know I definitely had to see what was really going on. I definitely had to put my 2 cents in. So after watching, I have came to the conclusion that this movie could have been an email. Let me explain why. When I seen Mahershala Ali, Ethan Hawke, and Julia Roberts, I was extremely excited. But the trailer is a little misleading. It starts with a family on vacation, and the owners of the Airbnb come to crash, but this movie doesn't take the horror thriller turn you expect it to take. It takes more of a psychological thriller, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait for something to happen, and then the movie is over. For rewatchability, I rated this movie a 1 out of 5 because I don't really plan on watching it again. Mainly because it didn't really reach any real payoff. There's a thing with movies based on books where you feel like you're missing something. There's so many details within the pages of a book that are hard to translate on screen, and I feel like in some cases it makes for a failed movie experience because there are so many things that appear incohesive. I rated the story of this movie a 3 out of 5. There are a whole bunch of theories floating around about this movie, questions about the reality of something like this happening, theories about why we as a society have become almost too reliant on technology, even questions about why the Obamas would produce a movie like this and trying to decipher what they're trying to tell us. And I think these are great questions to ask and things to think about, but if we're going to make a movie about it, it should not be this lackluster, because if that was the case, we could have kept it to a short film or a documentary. This movie felt like an extremely long first act, and I was always waiting for the next thing to happen. Ethan Hawke's character has a mini monologue where he begs someone to help his son, and he laments about being a useless man in this no technology world, which seems to be one of the themes in this movie. But that was the only emotional tugging scene to me. There were other conversations that put a mirror up to society, but there wasn't any story or real plot to hold it up when the "this is what society has come to" moments became to be a bit too much. I think this is why a show like Black Mirror is so successful. While there are mirrors being held up to society and even a foreshadowing of what we can expect if we let technology overcome us in unhealthy ways. But it is always done with a story that is so gripping and interesting. It's like a spoonful of sugar with your medicine, whereas this movie just feels like the medicine. Now, the cinematography is where this movie shines. The cinematography gets a 5 out of 5 from me. There's a whimsicalness to it. There's a lot of focus on the mundane, and the camera movement creates a jarring experience, similar to how it would feel if all of our technology was to go out tomorrow. Jarring, confusing, and honestly, a little scary. And there were even compelling images when you get to the images of the deer and the huge tornado of flyers that were dropped. But without the context and some of the prose that I'm assuming was in the book, it all just seems like weird happenstance and it doesn't connect. Overall, I give this movie a 3 out of 5 stars. I do make fun of the people who are always like, but in the book, because I feel like if the movie is that good and they adapted it right, anything in the book should be extra. It should not feel like these things are going to help me understand what I'm watching. But I think this movie desperately needs the details from what happened in the book, because there are a lot of dots that are just simply not connecting. And the open-ended ending of the movie only frustrated the audience even more. There's so many things set up and essentially no payoff. But I want to know what you guys think. Have you watched Leave the World Behind? Do you think that there was something I missed that maybe would have added to the movie experience? Do you have your doomsday bunkers prepared? Let me know in the comments. Until next time.